Hello everyone, this is Sumati Sridhar welcoming you all to yet another video from Kulture Katha. Today, as we stand on the threshold of the first solar eclipse of Surya Grahan of 2020, I think it would be a good idea to know a little bit of Indian mythology relating to eclipses. To recollect what I had mentioned in my previous video, the earliest reference to an eclipse is found in a Rigvedic hymn. As is typical of Vedic hymns, here also we find the description of a celestial phenomenon taking the form of a little myth. In this particular hymn, the seer or the rishi says, Surya, the sun god, was enveloped with darkness by a demon named Svarbhanu. And the disappeared Surya was later found by a sage named Atri. Subsequently, in the epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, Svarbhanu came to be referred to as a Graha. The word Graha, we have already seen, means a seizer or a capturer. From both the Rigvedic myth as well as the use of the word Graha, it's clear that the lunar and solar eclipses were noticed, but the reasons were probably not identified yet, at least not until the 5th century AD. Meanwhile, the myth of Svarbhanu started to evolve and the demon gradually came to be identified with Rahu and Ketu. According to the story that finds mention in various Vaishnava Puranas, when the Amrita or the elixir of immortality was obtained from the churning of the ocean, the Asuras wanted it for themselves. But the gods decided that the wicked Asuras could not be given the boon of immortality. So Vishnu took the form of a bewitching Mohini and ensured that only the Devas and not the Asuras got the Amrita. Despite Mohini's best efforts, the demon Rahu or Svarbhanu sensed how the Asuras were being cheated. So he decided to join the line of the Devas who had sat down to be served the Amrita, and he decided to have his share. Unfortunately for him, Surya and Chandra spotted him just as he started to consume the nectar and immediately informed Mohini, that is Vishnu. Vishnu reacted at once by hurling his Sudarshana Chakra at Svarbhanu, which cut his head from the rest of his body. In popular mythology, this demon is imagined as a snake, with the head portion being referred to as Rahu and the tail portion being referred to as Ketu, which is why we have the name Dhumaketu that refers to a comet, which is seen as a cloud with a tail. Rahu is sometimes identified with Vasuki, the serpent king, who played the role of the rope tied around Mount Mandara when the ocean was churned. Anyway, this demon in the form of a snake, in order to avenge the act of betrayal by the sun and the moon, seizes them periodically, thus causing eclipses. Thus goes the story. However, each time Surya and Chandra do manage to escape the grasp of the Grahas and life on earth is saved. With time came more understanding that the lunar and solar eclipses took place at specific points, which were in reality the points of intersection of the orbits of the sun and the moon. By the 5th century AD, Aryabhatta, one of India's greatest astronomers, came up with an explanation for the lunar and solar eclipses. He explained that in a solar eclipse, the moon obscured the sun, and in a lunar eclipse, the earth's shadow fell on the moon, thus hiding it from our view. Subsequently, his contemporary Varahamihira concluded categorically that a lunar eclipse was indeed caused by the entry of the moon into the earth's shadow. Although the nomenclatures Rahu and Ketu were retained in several astronomical texts to refer to the intersecting orbital points of the sun and the moon, by the end of the 5th century, Indians had a scientifically valid explanation for the eclipses. In Indian astrology, the north node of the intersection is called Rahu and the south node is called Ketu. And these two nodes are always separated by 180 degrees. In our birth chart too, they are placed at a distance of 180 degrees from each other. So if Rahu is found in the first house in a horoscope, Ketu is always plotted in the 7th house. If Rahu is found in the 2nd house, then Ketu is plotted in the 8th house, or vice versa. So these two nodes are always separated by 6 rashis, each rashi measuring 30 degrees. And as Rahu and Ketu are not real grahas, they are referred to as shadow planets. But as these two grahas have the capacity to swallow the sun and the moon, they are also feared. Friends, the power of myths is such that the story is remembered long after the facts are forgotten. And so the myth of the wicked Rahu and Ketu trying to devour the sun and the moon stays in popular imagination even today, giving way to several associated rituals. Even today in India, the period of an eclipse is considered an inauspicious time when human activity is minimized. It's a common practice among millions of Indians to take a holy dip in the rivers and make generous donations to needy people after the eclipse is over to celebrate the passing on of a bad period. Hope the end of this solar eclipse will also bring to an end the several challenges that India and the world have been facing in recent times. Tata, bye bye, take care, till I meet you all again very soon with yet another video.